Hey guys, it's Troy here, and today we're going to be going over Mushroom Cup tips, tricks, shortcuts, expert shortcuts, you name it, and it's going to be one of those videos. It's a little different than usual. It's a live tutorial, so I'm commentating and playing the game at the same time while you guys can see my inputs thanks to this viewfinder here in the corner. It says I'm using GameCube controller, but I'm actually using the classic controller. However, I kind of like how the viewfinder shows the GameCube controller because that's the most common type of controller used for this game, and if you guys do not use that controller, you can apply this knowledge to whatever controller you use. So the other thing I want to mention before we start this tutorial video is I'm using Dolphin. That's going to allow us to jump around the track. So we're on Luigi Circuit, now we're on Moo Moo Meadows, then we're on Mushroom Gorge, bam, we're on Toad's Factory. It's going to be really fun to be able to do a tutorial and be able to fluidly jump around the tracks. And real quick, you're like straight up, like this little viewfinder here in the corner is your answer key to doing all these different strategies, because you can, use your keyboard, press shift and then an arrow key, and then you can be able to toggle this video at 0.25 speed and then watch the shortcut or trick slow down, and then from there it would make it much easier to decipher exactly what's happening, because I'm going to be explaining how to do these strategies, these shortcuts and strategies, but at the same time, I got to make sure that I also keep the video entertaining. So if you're not fully understanding how to do something, just slow down the video and you'll be able to see what's going on with the controller. Alright, let's start things off with the Luigi Circuit. The only thing to really master on this track is this ending pipe shortcut, and the easiest way to do it is going to be to hold one giant drift. And let me show you guys real quick where to aim for. You can actually use this grass edge here to kind of wrap your drift around it. So use it as like a reference point. So you're coming in around like this angle and you start your drift over here, and then you just curve it around here, and then once you get to right here, be sure to hold left on your analog, and then after that you're going to be holding right towards the end to curve around and get back onto the main road. So there's two different ways to do this shortcut. That is the easiest way. I'll demonstrate it one more time. You're going to start wide over here and release. Now there is another way to do it that saves a little more time, and that is going to be by executing a hop, a little jump right beforehand. And I'll try it right here. So you wheelie and then jump. Oh, missed it. I almost got it there, but let me make sure I get the drift heading to the right. It's gonna be like that. And then see, you can actually cut it quite a bit tighter, because then you're able to get a little further out and then drift a little further to the right as you exit. Let's try that again. Almost, but see, even if you fail it, it's still good to practice that method, because then you're able to recover pretty swiftly as long as you're prepared for it. See, like right there, even if you fail the hop, you're good to go. So let me try to get it again just to demonstrate it. Start wide, jump, perfect, and look how tight that was. My wheelie didn't come out, but you could see the angle was much better. And you'll probably notice for time trials, this is actually the method that the world records use. And there we go, that's much better. I think it's definitely worth learning for online, which is why I'm showing it to you, because even if you fail it, you could still recover rather easily. So let me try to fail it real quick. There we go, so I failed it there, but even if you fail it, you can still make something out of it, which is awesome. So that's Luigi Circuit. That shortcut's important. The rest of the track plays itself. The rest of the track is so easy. And we'll go to Moo Moo Meadows now. So for Moo Meadows, there's actually only one thing to learn. It's going to be this ending ramp low trick. And this low trick right here, I'm doing this live, by the way, while I'm commenting, so I'm going to mess up quite a bit. So luckily we have save states to just put us right back to where we were. So anyway, yeah, this low trick right here, you got to be parallel with the ramp. There we go. And then this mole section here is no joke too. See, I actually didn't get the slip drift there, so I wasn't able to get the main turbo, but I have this this one set up, so I have to avoid the mole after. And that is one of the hardest parts about Moo Moo Meadows, and we'll get to that after I teach you guys the low trick in detail. So anyway, the rest of the track is rather simple, just like Luigi Circuit, but the reason why we're starting with the ramp is because most of the time after you release the mini turbo, you're going to be doing the track streamless and you're going to head for the ramp, and the ramp helps you fix your wheelie alignment. So after you go off the blue ramp, it'll set you up for the next mini turbo, and then from there, you're not able to do a perfect alignment. See, it's like if you're wheeling into the ramp, you don't really get a trick, but the strategy is to execute mini turbo and then fix your alignment, make yourself parallel with the wooden ramp, and from there, whoops, wrong save state. From there, you'll be able to wheelie all the way past all the grassy mounds. So the spot you're looking for is going to be right here, and you want to have Funky Kong completely parallel with the ramp, but not all the way on the wooden part and not all the way on the boost part, like right in between. So we'll try to get it again, and it's definitely something that takes practice. And once again, be sure to consult the viewfinder in the bottom left with 0.25 speed if you want to see this shortcut a little more in depth, if my explanation is not doing it justice. So oh, there we didn't get a trick. Now, one thing with this really important low jump that saves a lot of time is that you want to miss it while hitting the boost and not miss it while hitting only the wooden ramp. So I'm gonna try to miss it hitting only the wooden ramp, and you guys can see the result of that. So if I wheelie here, see, like, you're gonna end up in the grass and then you're gonna lose a lot of speed and you don't get any boost whatsoever. So you want to favor a little more to the left where the boost ramp is, so at least if you fail it in that direction, you still get the boost. Like, watch, I'm gonna fail it here, see? At least there I'm still getting the boost and I can trick, and it doesn't even lose that much time. It's actually still pretty great. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Start a drift, release. Oh, I hit some grass. Yeah, the grass is brutal on this track. Okay. That was good. Fixed it. Perfect. So that is the main thing to learn on Moo Moo Meadows, and just get parallel as you go off that ramp. You'll be good to go. So for Mushroom Gorge, we have a lot to cover. Where do I want to start? We'll start with the regular gap jump. So people have trouble with the gap jump, and the way I would always do it when I was a kid was I would jump right here, and voila. So you aim for like this flower right here, and you go completely like perpendicular to the wall. That was like the spot I would pick, like right here, because you don't want to get over here, because right here it actually slopes downward. You can actually see it if you look really closely. Funky Kong, to about right here, it slopes down. You can only get to about right here. Any further to the left and it slopes down, it actually makes it really hard to do the gap jump. Like, for example, if I use a mushroom right here, it'll shoot me down. You can't make it. It's really interesting, unless you clip the wall. So yeah, you're gonna get perpendicular to the wall in the background, you're gonna aim for the flower, you're gonna mushroom right here at the grass edge, and you're gonna jump at the very edge, and it's gonna look something like this. So that is the most basic way to do the shortcut. However, doing that in motion while drifting for a lot of people is very challenging. So I'm gonna teach you guys a way to do it that is, in a way, easier. And for some people it's harder, and it's gonna look harder, but you can actually pull off this shortcut without jumping altogether. And it's a consistent shortcut that doesn't require the timing that is needed to jump at the very edge, which makes the Mushroom Gorge gap jump so challenging for so many people. I'm actually gonna be doing it this way online now, which I haven't been doing lately. I've normally been jumping. And the other way to do the shortcut is to spin drift, but I don't think it's necessary for me to teach that because the hopless method is so much easier. So spin drifting, you can do that. And that's kind of the same thing as the regular route because you're still jumping. But this one, let me teach this one, because this one right here, I think can really get a lot more people doing the gap jump, even if you're a new player. So what you do is you're gonna aim for this flower, not the one to the left that we were aiming for before. We're gonna aim for this one right here. So you're coming in at this angle right here off the mushroom pad, and you wanna hit the mushroom pads. Wrong save state, whoops. You're gonna wanna hit the mushroom pads, like this little indent right here. You don't wanna hit the lip of it, you don't wanna hit the center, you wanna hit that spot specifically. It gives you the least amount of air. One more time, right here. That's a good spot to hit. And you even wanna delay your trick to get less air. So you're gonna be tricking here like this, aiming for that flower, and then you're gonna be shooting off into the sunset once you clear the gap. So after you trick right here, you do not need to do any spin drifting at all, but you're gonna start a drift right at this point right here, and you're gonna start a hard drift. Like, I'm talking like a hard left drift. It's really important that it's a severe left drift. And after you start that severe left drift, you're gonna mushroom, and the mushroom's gonna happen right at the grass edge, and then right after you mushroom, you're gonna jerk the opposite direction, so that's gonna be right. The thing about the gap jump is whether you're cutting a lot or just like a medium amount, it's still a pretty similar amount of time in relation to going around the corner altogether. But you can actually cut it really tight. You can cut it, let me show you how tight you can cut it with this method of not jumping. You can go like right here, and you can do that. Oh, almost, hang on, 1 second. So you're gonna spin drift, and like that, see? So that looks great, and that's the optimal way to do the shortcut, but once again, we're doing this for online play, not for time trials. That's kind of cool. You can actually change your drift in mid-air and stop it and fix your alignment so you don't hit the cave wall, because then you'll fall immediately if you hit the cave wall. That looks really smooth, just like that. That's a great one. But you can even cut it tighter and go between the stems, and I'm trying to get that one. Oh, so close. Here we go. There we go, perfect. So the most consistent method, aim for that flower, drift, and then yank the opposite direction in mid, or like right before you go airborne, while doing a hard left drift. It's pretty crazy, but once you get the hang of it, you can make it consistently. And yeah, let's see here, for Mushroom Gorge. There's also the mushroom skip shortcut, and that one is also extremely key. That one's gonna be right here. You're gonna wheelie and jump right before here, because sometimes that panel will actually shoot you too far. You wanna have a consistency on how to do this this mushroom section altogether. Let me explain what I mean by that. It's probably a little confusing. It is hard to do these difficult tricks and commentate at the same time. I'm struggling right now. Okay, so the thing is when you're wheeling here, sometimes you have a little bit too much speed, and when you trick off of this jump panel, you'll shoot a little too far onto the red mushroom panel, and you'll actually overshoot the green mushroom panel, and you'll fall off. And you've probably seen me do that in my videos. So what you gotta do is while you're wheeling, you wanna cancel your drift right here and then trick. It'll give you more consistency, and then you can just tilt to the left slightly. There's a lot you can do with the mushroom pads. Like, I could go way more in detail on it, because sometimes you wanna drift off of them and stuff too. But yeah. That's the most important part, is skipping that third mushroom. That is the fundamentals for this track. Okay, and there's also this really cool thing you can do with the left route. So you can actually do the Mushroom Gorge gap jump. And this is really useful on 100cc. It makes the gap jump on 100 much easier, because the mushroom physics are pretty much the same on 100 and 150. But you can actually, look at this. Oh, perfect, perfect. Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, you can just completely skip the ground altogether. You can just ride the cave all the way to the finish line. It is ridiculous. This one's really hard to explain and teach, but I just kind of felt like showing off. Okay, so even if you fail it, you know, you could still bounce off the wall, but you have to, you can look at my inputs. Oh, almost. This one, I definitely want to get in a video, but I want it to look good, you know? Oh, that was pretty good. Oh, okay, we're way too airborne. Not bad, not bad. 35.1. You can get like 33-second laps off this save state if you get it perfect. Oh, that was better, but still a bad landing. Let's try that again. Here we go. Oh, not enough. I'm trying to hit the very, very end of the lip of the mushroom so I get more of a bounce. Like right here is perfect. Perfect. There we go. Oh, 34.0, and we get the trick boost when we land. And then Lakitu's finally coming out to play like 5 seconds into the lap. That's so funny. Yeah, that one's really satisfying. You can see how much faster that is, but it's risky. And I don't know how risky I want to be when I'm playing online. I think most of the time when I do my videos now, I'll probably be doing this one right here, which is just the standard method of no hopping. And then the other method where I spin drift, which is what I was doing prior, which I was actually really good at. That one I'll probably only do when I'm in a scenario where I'm dodging like a bullet bill and I have to take a weird alignment over here, and I'm over here and I can't really get that severe left drift I want, so then I'll just do the spin drift like that. Because I only want to do this one right here when I have a drift that is extremely severe, and then I can pull right very swiftly afterward. Let's try this again. But yeah, I gotta hit the very end of the lip. Like, see there, I didn't get enough air. Oh no, never mind, that was perfect. Okay, I did not expect that to be so perfect. Okay. And that was perfect. Yeah. Oh, we're going over. 33.996. Nice. Yeah, so extremely fun track. And that's pretty much it for tech on Mushroom Gorge, like essential tech. I mean, the whole entire mushroom sections in general are tech, and I guess I can go over that real quick as well. So let's say you're releasing your returbo right here, you're wheeling, hit the center of the mushroom pad, and then hit between the lip and the center here, drift to the left, wheelie off the sides of the mushroom, hit the lip here, and hit the indent there. Voila, Mushroom Gorge, beautiful track. For Toad's Factory, we're going to be mastering 2 different strategies. First one is going to be going between the stompers of a spin drift wheelie, and then it's going to be doing the ending shroomless shortcut with 2 different variations, one going for the left tractor, one for the right tractor, once you land the shortcut. And this one is extremely important. You've probably seen me do this one a million times in my videos, and it really helps me perform well on Toad's Factory. It gives you that extra edge over your competitors. So the first one we're going to be practicing though is going to be this stomper little spin drift strategy. And this, once again, like, this is mainly practice for online. For this video, I'm going to be doing strategies you can apply to online. And when I say that, that means mainly doing things like you know, the timings are just going to be different is what I'm saying. So for example, even though it's lap 1 here and the stomper's in the way, when you play online, the stomper is not in the way on lap 1. However, it can be in the way on lap 2 or 3. So it's important to, you know the timings of these things when you're trying to play at a higher level. So you can go around it to the left, or you can also go around it to the right like this. That could have been better. I don't ever do a spin drift around it on the second stomper. I just always find it to feel a little weird, but the first stomper, super important, because otherwise you have to drift around it normally. Perfect. Yeah, there we go. That's 2 of them. So in order to execute a spin drift wheelie, you're gonna drift to the right and immediately yank to the left. And then that's gonna set you in the perfect alignment to do what we just did right there. And that is just gonna allow you to stay on the conveyor belt much longer than if you did it the other way, which is to jump around it. And real quick, doing a demonstration on how to do the other side. It's just the left drift followed by the right, and it's pretty much the same thing. I prefer to go around it to the left though, as opposed to the right. I think it's a little more natural releasing this mini turbo and being able just to hold one wheelie as opposed to having to do 2 separate wheelies. There we go. Perfect. Oh, nice. Yeah. See, it has a really cool look to it when you get it down. Okay, so first off, get yourself parallel with this zipper as you go off of it. Okay, so this one is actually one you can do every single time once you learn the inputs. But the thing is it's a lot of inputs. So I actually really like this one because once you master it, you almost never fail it as long as you do the consistent thing of yanking the analog stick all the way to the left when you go off the bump. So first of all, you're gonna be parallel, you're gonna be right here, you're gonna be tricking, right? And then after you trick, when you're in midair, you're going to tilt up on your analog, and then you're going to tilt down, and then that's going to give you a really smooth landing, and from there it's going to set you up super nice, as you saw. Okay, so hang on, let me get right back to it. So right here, you're going to, after you're pressing down on your analog, you're going to be drifting to the right. So you want to land in a drift, so you're holding R right before you land, and then from there you are executing an up trick. I use an up trick every time, and then once you execute the up trick, you're going to yank all the way to the left. And the cool thing is you can literally hold it there the entire time. Stop failing that little trick, Troy. Okay, so you want to make sure you, let me do the other side real quick. You want to make sure you hold it there the entire time, because otherwise you won't get enough of that distance. And it's really funny, whenever I see people learning the Toad's Factory Shroomless shortcut, the thing that they do is they just do this and they trick and they hold down and they end up in the water. Funky Kong gets a little bath, he gets all washed off, but then they're in 12th place. So what you gotta do every single time is you trick and you yank it to the left simultaneously. And I'm not kidding you, it's the same thing we did on Mushroom Gorge. Same exact thing, it's called the TF strat. And all you do is tilt down and then yank. And then you can make it, that's all you do. And it is the most satisfying shroomless shortcut out there, pretty much. Such a fun one. It's one of the reasons people love Toad's Factory so much, is this shortcut right here. Because the cool thing is when you don't need mushrooms, you get to take the shortcut every single lap, especially on 150cc. On 100cc, you can't take advantage of these shortcuts. So it actually, it's kind of a bummer. That's why I don't like 100cc. So yeah, and then you can always go around if you're scared. But I recommend you learn the Toad's Factory Shroomless shortcut. It's So the last thing to learn is going to be the low jump. Let me show you guys why this low jump is so important though. So if you fail this low jump, the amount of time you lose is absurd compared to getting it. And you can always wheelie off the side here, which is a decent strategy on lap 3, but on lap 1 and 2, you're missing out on a major trick boost, so you definitely don't want to do that. So here we go. We're gonna go jump, jump, and turn, and that is how you get low air. The key is to do the second hop right here. You want to be like between the dirt and between the boost panel. So you're doing a hop right here to cancel your wheelie, and then you're doing another hop right as you land right here, and then you're holding you're drifting either left or right in there. So you're pressing jump, you're holding jump, and you're holding left or right, and then you're gonna do that crazy drift trick, and then from there you can land by holding down or up. Doesn't matter, up to you, whatever you prefer. Up will give you a faster landing, but it's more risky to get a bad landing. Down will always net you a great landing. I like to go for the crazy landings pretty often, where you nosedive. More fun. But you can always tilt back like that too. That works. So we're gonna do a test here. Let's see what our time is if we don't do the low trick with this safe state. Good landing, 58.619. Now let's do the exact same thing, but let's get the low trick. Hit the boost panels, and we're gonna do a drift trick too. Perfect. And we got 58.334. That's almost 0.3 faster just by clicking one button. A no-brainer, a must-learn strategy. So let's break this down. So I always jump beforehand. I always thought, let's see what this is, 58.370, not bad. Let me show you what happens if you fail the low trick. We're gonna get a hilariously bad time here. So if you fail the low trick and you jump too high, like that, 58.6, yeah, so it's like the same as not doing it at all. But yeah, so you can wheelie here, and then jump, and then that is the optimal way to do this. 304, that was almost a 0.2. Can we get a 0.2? Let's see. Oh, hang on. I need to make sure that I get the wheelies out. There we go. Perfect. And 306, so close to 0.2. It's also important you can do it from either side. So you can be over here, and you could still execute a left drifting trick. And oh, look at that, 0.286. That was much faster. So in this specific scenario, it's so crazy how much time that saves. Look at that. This is gonna be a crazy lap. 199? Oh my gosh. See, look how if you get really low, you save so much time. Oh, we failed that one. It's really fun to see the lap times. It gives you a lot of perspective on what's faster and what's slower, like with exact millisecond increments. That was a weird one. What's this one? 236. That was really good. And we'll do one more. Just kidding. We'll do one more. Famous last words. Okay, and this one's gonna be pretty good. 229, nice. Okay, so the last thing to teach is going to just be the shroom cut, and this is just mushroom. it's just mushroom and then trick and then tilt back. Yeah, there's really nothing to that one once you get the memorization of which inputs come in which order. So, you know, if you want to learn the shroomless cut and you're a Mario Kart Wii beginner, that will take you some time, but you can easily start with this one, mushroom, trick, and be sure to tilt back, and you'll be set up for success just like that. Boom. Oh, we gotta go for the box clip. How did I forget the box clip? No, I was thinking of making like a separate video just for the, you know, just for the glitches for all the tracks, or like maybe multiple videos, because the glitches are a whole different animal. We're doing online stuff for now. But yeah, being able just to jump around track to track, save state to save state, showcase all the various strategies we talked about today is quite the treat. And yeah, I'll probably be doing a shortcut tutorial video for every single cup, and then also be like revisiting my shortcut challenge videos and trying them out with Dolphin. Oh, that was perfect. Wow, I'm on a roll right now, just nailing all these back to back to back. Woo! What am I doing? Oh! But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Enjoy Funky Kong dancing. Enjoy Funky Kong performing this beautiful shroomless shortcut. And peace.